What's up, tribe? Thank you for being here and welcome to my channel. Today's post is titled Beliefs, and it's a dialogue between Matias and his higher self. So I'd be referring to Matias as me and his higher self as I am. Me. When we talked about the beliefs, we said that we were the filter through which the essence of the I am, of the universal truth, enters our physical body, and that everything we understand about the spiritual world and that which surrounds us, it is translated by beliefs so that we can better understand and assimilate it. In turn, we said that if beliefs are what drives us or what stop us on our way, qualities are the tools with which we will act on that path. They can be awake in us or asleep, like the pineal in our third eye. But one of the things that are possibly more difficult to do, to identify those beliefs and qualities, is to achieve sincerity with ourselves. Because we always tend to project what we see, feel, guilt, beliefs, and qualities on others. I am. It's easy to attribute a belief to other generations or to cultural pressure. It is easy to say that I cannot awaken in myself the potential of another. Take a burden and responsibility off yourself. But the truth is that all this, I created it myself. I accepted it myself. If I believe that belief, it is not because someone passed it to me, but because every cell of the being that I am accepted it. Have you thought about why in the same family there can be several children with different beliefs? One with the belief of the father, another of the grandfather, another of the mother? Me, I guess it's resonance. I am. What I am awakens in me. What vibrates in my own harmony. What is in harmony with me, whether it is dissonant or resonant. Each one will awaken and take the belief that best suits their vibrational state and will activate the qualities that you must nurture with your own energy. Everything we are is inherited, but in turn, what we are the inheritances that we have accepted by vibration. The way in which one vibrates, resonates, expresses, learns, in which one accepts one or another belief, awakens or lulls one quality or another. Therein lies being honest with ourselves, to stop judging on the outside what I receive inside, or stop looking at the mirror of others so that they reflect what I am, and take the reins by closing my eyes and looking inside. The fractalization of the universe has made us see in others all those things that we lack or that we have. By resonance, we attract into our lives situations or personalities that can show us what's inside, like an innate magnetism, which acts as a mirage of oneself, attracting in the form of friends or enemies, victims or perpetrators, what moves our inner world. This implies removing all those layers of ego protection which makes us want to survive by blaming outsiders for what we cannot achieve on our own, attributing beliefs to the past, seeking to eliminate them, or using them to cover ourselves and thus protect ourselves from the world. Exterior. Me. In other words, recognizing those structures and layers that block us, those judgments of separation, of projecting onto others what I don't want to see in myself, in my own disabilities or qualities, is essential to recognize the truth of who we are, to discern what is yours than what is not, and to accept that if it is in me, if it comes to my mind, it is because I have integrated it, assimilated it, and therefore I must recognize it as my own and take charge. I am, and that is to be sincere and resonate with your own truth. Sincerity comes from the Latin word sincerum, that is, it does not have wax, alluding to beekeeping, in which it is recognized that pure honey is the one that does not have any remains of the wax in it. The product clean and clear, without harshness, cleaning the wax of our being, is accepting that the beliefs and patterns with which we filter the world have only been the structures that allowed the production of honey, that have been useful for the honeycomb of your being, but that there comes a time in which it dries up, becomes rigid, and instead of helping us to produce the honey of being, it becomes a prison of it. The pure honey of your being arose thanks to the beliefs, and therefore you have accepted and assimilated them. Do not deny them. Do not judge them. Do not judge or project onto others your own limitations that only you have chosen for yourself. Because honey will have nourished the bees. Because there will come a time when the honeycomb will dry up and must break, and the honey will have nourished the bees, which, thanks to their qualities, will be able to vibrate loudly and soundly, resounding to create a new honeycomb for new beliefs, nourishing a new one. Be pure honey. Sincerity, then, is related to the ability of the bee to vibrate correctly, a bee that was able to feed on pure honey. Me, and that purity, that honey, what would it represent? I am the truth itself. This is why honey is good for the throat and its roughness, as it gives us the expansive and coherent vibration of bees. Our beliefs and qualities are expressed through our truths, that is, what we speak, say, express. If the wax of the honeycomb are the beliefs, the propolis, from Greek propolis, that is, what it is for the city, what it builds, will be your qualities. Because it is what you will use to rebest the hive and prepare it to create the honey. And the honey itself will be your truth. What you learned, what you assimilated, and what you have, and what you can deliver for others to nurture, is the essence of your being. And the honey itself will be the truth. What you can deliver for others to nurture is the essence of your being. The higher the vibration of the bees, the further their search for truth will go in the pollen of each flower. And there are many types of flowers, many truths. And if the bees stick to their own hive, in their own beliefs, without expanding, then the final product in the form of honey will be low in qualities. It won't do. Me, and how is this understood in us humans? I am, well, the more I expand, the more I absorb perspectives of the world, but the more I vibrate, the more I express myself, and therefore I dare to share my truth, to recognize the truths that are in me, to realize that my truths are the product of these qualities and beliefs, and I accept them. And on the other hand, the fear of expanding generates low vibration, ignorance, secrets, and therefore lies. The lies are not the opposite of the truth, but distortions of it. There are bees that vibrate low or dissonant. Me, my secrets then, are expressed outward with distortions, becoming lies, which are anchored in new beliefs that dry the honeycomb of my consciousness. But on the other hand, my truths are not what I think of myself, but what I manifest when I say them. And I refuse to shut them up, recognizing that they are part of me. I am, for this reason, the aspects that you must recognize in your throat are your secrets and lies, as opposed to your revelations and truths. Me, what is said and what is not said. I am, when you say something about yourself, you make it your reality. When you keep something silent, you also make it your reality. Only one is external and the other is internal, and both are building what you are, what you vibrate. This is why it is in this center where older people fail on their way to coherence because of what they say. Me, by the mouth the fish dies, says a saying, which in a way sums up the concept of how many humans are incoherent when saying one thing and then saying the opposite or demonstrating the opposite with their actions. We usually see this very clearly in politicians. Politicians are not another species. They are human. All humans do. Everyone lies. Politicians are not another species. They are humans. All humans do. Everyone lies. Yesterday, you spoke about this in an interview, saying that spiritual awakening is comparable to the moment when you realize that Santa Claus does not exist. Why do seekers of consistent truth dare to lie to their children for the first 10 years or so? Me, well, it's considered nice that magic exists. Magic exists. There are many ways to show it in life without the need to lie. This creates a precedent in which children recognize that to make others happy, they must deceive and lie to them, hide things. Me, sure. We teach them not to be sincere by tricking them with mind games, and so we get a humanity based on stories and lies. As you will see, it is not the politicians. It is human culture based on illogic. Me, well, I have to say that our life, my life, could be considered an illogical hoax from the point of view of many people. Here I will ask you the question, and from your point of view. Me, well, it's my truth. I live it as truth. But do you take it as absolute truth? Me, oh no, of course not. I know very well that everything I know and see is a perspective which is expressed in me, but which is not the absolute truth. In fact, I explain it that way. I am. So you hide the possibility that what you say is not true. Me, no, I'm not hiding it. As I always say, this is what I remember, and I share it because it is my truth, and it is useful for others, because here we can enter a philosophical dilemma and ask ourselves, what is truth? I am. The truth is a set of prejudices. Nothing is really true. Only the vision we have of things is. Different is when you hide your vision of things by deceiving others. That is, a father would be telling the truth if he himself believed in Santa Claus. Me, still we all know it doesn't exist. I am. It is the same when parents teach a religious faith to believe in God. They believe in God. Therefore, it is their truth, even though we know that God does not exist as they believe. Me, so I don't understand. What then is the true search for truth? I am finding a way to calibrate the lie. The lie is the distortion of the truth. That is, someone who recognizes the truth distorts it so that another being creates something that he is not. It is different when the person does not know what the truth is and turns the lie itself into an absolute truth. In this case, when you share your truth, you are being sincere. Even so, what I say is not real. Me, it seems complex to understand because we have grown up with the dichotomy of truth or lies as opposite and absolute things. I am. Well, they are not. What color is the real one? The red, the purple, the blue? Me. Everyone? I am. It depends. What if you are colorblind? The truth is that colors are just electromagnetic projections on one wavelength. Colors do not exist. There is only the frequency at which the photons in the wave vibrate, but how many people in the world can see the wave? Me, I do not know. I am. None. Everyone will see colors. Are the colors real? Well, the answer is no. And yes. Do you think you are lying to a child by saying that the pencil is red? Me, no. But to tell him that it is not red, but that it is the wavelength at 680 nanometers that his eyes see, it would be difficult for a child to understand. I am. That's why you say red, and that's it. It doesn't make it a lie, but an interpretation of the truth. It is impossible to communicate the absolute truth. That's why colors and languages exist. That's why religion calls the Holy Trinity what science calls atom. Me. So the absolute truth cannot be communicated. But I can communicate as truth what I perceive of it, what I have managed to interpret by my beliefs and qualities. And the lie is what I consciously hide. It would be like telling that child that red is actually blue, and that the pencil is not a pencil, but a sword, when I know that it is a red pencil. I am. Now you get it. Me. So what I have to identify in my life now is what are my truths and what are my lies, right? I am. That is today's analysis. Write down what are your big lies in life. Those that you know that the truth was still different. You decided to hide in a secret way, and you have deceived others, protecting yourself. There are lies that do not last long, and others that build a lifetime. Think of those that always cross your consciousness. We all have lies, secrets to hide. Some may seem silly, others may be very serious. And I'm not talking about traumatic secrets in this case, things that have happened to us, painful, that we have hidden. But I'm talking about our own lies, deceiving others or oneself. Me. And in the other column, I write down the truths. How do I identify what they are? I am. My truths are those that, despite my beliefs, I recognized as truths in myself that I decided to express, say, communicate. Me, as for example, in my case, having told the world my truth about what I remember about the universe and my past lives, or also talking about my homosexuality. I am exactly. And think about what you have not said, or what things you have said lying. Me. Well, today I can admit that sometimes I have fed the story of some people saying that they wanted to hear just because I didn't want to damage their illusion. It has happened to me when I see people who ask me very enthusiastic questions about things that they feel or remember, or even that I know that are not true. I have said yes because I thought it would ruin their emotion. Sometimes I regret those moments because no matter how empathetic I have tried to be, I just wasn't. I am. Recognizing your lies and your truths is essential to understand your state of vibration. Don't try to change it now. Just acknowledge. Write down. Observe without judgment. The universe does not judge. It only seeks harmony. And therefore, finding the points where there is no harmony is the first step in starting its search. Me. And the second step? I am. Recognize that you create them with your own vibration. You are what you vibrate, what you say, what you express. Me. I will seek all my dissonances then, to be able to speak my truth. I am, and I am the way to truth.